Hello, my name's Tony Lupton. I'm the State Member for Paran and Cabinet Secretary in the Brumby Government. This week I'm joined by my parliamentary colleague Luke Donnellan, the Member for Narre North, who's also Parliamentary Secretary to the Premier. Hello Luke.
How are you? You well?
Good, thank you. We're standing in front of a building in the Parliamentary Gardens. The building's called the Chook House, and it was built in 1975 as temporary accommodation for members of Parliament. 35 years later, Luke, the building's still here. It was extended in 1995 and renovated in 2002. So I expect this temporary accommodation is going to be around for a while yet. Luke, this week we started proceedings in the Legislative Assembly with a condolence motion for the people of Chile following the recent earthquake.
Yeah, very important, very important. The community there's obviously been through much over many years, but to have natural disasters like that and to have the highest recorded reading ever for an earthquake was obviously devastating for people across the board, and it was marvellous that we could recognise the suffering of the community over there, but also recognise the suffering of many of the Chilean members of the community in Melbourne, Victoria and across Australia.
Indeed, and the government's made a financial contribution to Chile to help in their reconstruction and recovery.
Yeah, and I think that's very important. Just as a sign of the fact that we care here, and we hope that their reconstruction can be quick.
A number of bills were introduced into Parliament this week. One of them was the Equal Opportunity Bill. This bill will update and modernise the Equal Opportunity Act in Victoria and is really designed to try and reduce systemic discrimination in our state and puts a real emphasis on education and conciliation.
And I think that's important. There's nothing worse than people being discriminated against because of their religion, or particularly because of their colour, or because of their beliefs. And I think it's important that we treat everybody equally, and I think that bill goes a long way towards fixing that systemic discrimination that you talk about. And
Indeed.
I think we also had the child employment bill this week.
Indeed.
Which also deals with the issue for the young children of greater protections for them. But I think one of the most important things would actually dealt with the issue of red tape for the business community. So I think that will be welcome, won't it?
That's right. So that deals with children who are employed under the age of 15 and gives them greater protection, as you say, while reducing the red tape for business, which is important also.
Yeah, indeed.
Well, thanks for joining me this
Lovely.
week, Luke. I hope you can join us again after the next week in Parliament.